The holidays are a peak season, yes, for fraudsters, scam artists, and cyber criminals. And last year, more than 300,000 Americans were victims of cybercrime. And that was according to the FBI. And that's why it's important to be extra careful when shopping. And we're going to welcome in Michael Jabbara, the Global Head of Fraud Services at Visa. Welcome, Michael. And let's start off with this. You know, it's a great time of year, but we got to be careful, right? What is the most important message for consumers?
Oh, well, thank you for having me. And I think the key takeaway here is that we're seeing a lot of innovation on the fraud side in terms of the ways that fraudsters are on the prowl, looking for ways to take advantage of consumers who are shopping both in-store and online. So cybersecurity really has to be top of mind for both consumers and merchants this holiday season.
Right, it used to be where, you know, you would have to go physically out to the store, but there's so many different avenues. You can go online, you can buy this and that, and boy, that complicates things, I'm sure. So how can we recognize these techniques?
I think the first part is whenever you're in a situation where you're being asked for sensitive or private information, especially in an online or virtual setting, that's where your fraud antenna should go up, and you have to really be sure that the individual asking you for that information is legitimate. We've just released a report on the threats that we see in the landscape, and we found that over 75% of large-scale fraud attacks and data breaches happen in the e-commerce channel, usually as a result of social engineering. So it's really kind of being aware of the ways that you're being solicited for information in legitimate ways.
Yeah, and these fraudsters they're more sophisticated than ever. So can you help us with some of their we're trying to avoid being, taken advantage of? What do we need to know? What can we be aware of?
Yeah, absolutely. So I think the key part is when you're looking to shop in store, make sure that you're using a card that has chip or the contactless symbol on it. If you're looking to buy online, making sure that you're browsing legitimate merchant websites. We've seen fraudsters spoof retail websites that trick customers into thinking they're buying their favorite pair of sneakers, but they're actually just handing over their payment information over to the fraudsters. So make sure that the URL starts with HTTPS with the S denoting that it's actually a secure connection and enabling multi-factor authentication for all of your sensitive accounts.
That's very interesting. And is there any other advice that will help consumers avoid fraud this holiday season?
Well, I want to make sure that, we talk a lot about innovation on the fraudster side, but consumers should also be aware that they have a powerful ally in terms of Visa standing and having their back. We've invested over $9 billion over the last 5 years in cybersecurity, building next-gen technologies and hiring world-class experts to prevent billions of fraud on an annual basis. And so we're kind of there standing behind you, but consumers should also take that proactive approach and use the tools available to them, whether that's turning on transaction alerts so that they're aware of transactions that are occurring on their account and they can be the first ones to notice when they're being illegitimate.
All right, some great advice there, Michael. And where can we go for more information on this?
For more information about the topics that we've discussed, you can visit visa.com/security.
All right, thank you so much. Very informative. And of course, more information on this on our website. Just head over to firstcoastliving.net.